Hey guys, welcome back to our house. This is another unboxing video for all of you dice fanatics like myself. I'm really sorry about the last couple of videos, how they've come out upside down. I don't know what's going on with that, but as soon as we figure it out and can fix it, we will. Right this minute, I'm sorry. The only thing I can tell you is anything that you're watching, if it's on a phone or on a tablet, you can lock the screen so that way it doesn't rotate on you, and then flip your phone upside down. I know that sucks. I'm sorry. I really wish there's something I could do about it. Right now, we are going to talk about Dicecapades, which is a game that has over 100 dice, and Dicecapades Quick Play Edition that has over 20 additional dice. So, let's go ahead and jump in here. Let's see here. These games were released by, I know, right? Haywire Group, which is right there on the side. There we go. So there's that. The Dicecapades Quick Play Edition says it has over 200 new questions. This one here, I don't know how many questions there are, but there's a lot of them. This one here is more of a board game, and the quick play is more of a just kind of a grab the stuff and go. I mean, you don't have a board, you don't have to worry about that stuff. Now, there are optional rules with this game that instead of collecting points, let's see here. Let me get this stuff out. There's some of the dice. There's some more of the dice. There's some more of the dice. Alright, so we'll get back in there in just a minute. So these are some of the questions. You have Action Land, which are the blue cards. It tells you the dice that you need up here, what to do, and how many points you score. Now, instead of scoring points, if you want to use these cards from the Quick Play Edition inside of the actual board game, then instead of scoring points, you just move that many spaces. Pretty much every one of the cards says that, but some of them don't, but that doesn't mean you can't. Like this one here, it just straight up says move ahead 2 spaces. But you'd actually get 2 points. This is Triviaville. Wow, that was a bit of a tongue twister. And the yellow ones are Think Town. So there's that. I'm going to set these aside. These are the score pads that come with that right there. And I just now realized that all of the questions that I showed you were upside down. So it should have been like that. Triviaville are the red. Action Land are the blue, and Think Town are the yellow. Sorry about that, guys. So I'm just going to set those aside. These are the rules and instructions, and it tells you which dice you're supposed to have. So you've got, and it tells you what the dice actually are, because like this card here, it says the white number die and a letter die, or 6-letter dice. And here it shows you what the dice are. These are the white number die, black number die, red, blue, green, yellow. And then you have spot dice. So there's a difference between numbers and spots. And this right here, I don't know if you can actually tell. This is the size of a regular die. This is the size of this particular mini die. You could probably fit 9 of these on the surface of this die. That's how small they are. And they do come up every so often. So here's the number dice. I'm just going to set those aside because we've already looked at those. I think most people know what a number die is. These are the letter dice. So you've got most of the alphabet on there. 6 by 6 is 36. I would imagine you'd probably have the whole alphabet, but I don't know. I never actually took a full look through them all to make sure. We got some more cards in here, which I was pretty sure we did. There is an hourglass. That is to time most of your challenges in this game. There's that. And then these here are picture dice. Some people call them story cubes. This one here, I know it's stupid, but this one here is actually my favorite because it's a die within a die. But yeah, so there's those. They've all got different pictures on them. This is a collar die. You're going to use this for your trivia ones. So what you'll do is when it's your turn, instead of, because all the cards are just sitting there, so people will keep drawing, and then whenever a red one pops up, whoever's supposed to draw that doesn't draw it. Instead, that person just automatically grabs this die. The next person in line draws this card. Whatever the color lands on, that's the color that you read. But I rolled a black, so it's the reader's choice. You can play it like hardcore, like only the reader can know the questions, and if it's random or black, then the reader gets to pick, or you can play it a little more fair than that and just go through and read all the questions. And as soon as they know one, they can answer it. If they answer it wrong, then hey, they answered a question. If they answered it wrong, that's on them. And then this one here, again, is my overall favorite die. This is what they call the funky die. It's a dice within a dice. And when you roll it, you look at the number that's on the inside and the number that's on the outside. So a 3 and a 1. 5 and a 6. And yes, the die inside of it does roll, but it has to roll. The big one has to roll in order for you to be able to tell. So 5 and 3. But let me find the 6 real fast. See, now it's 6 and 6. So the die inside does roll 2 and 3. Earlier it was 1 and 3. So there's that. There's the hourglass. I think this is only 30 seconds or a minute. And that is pretty much it for the quick play version, which is right there, quick play. It's, like I said, it's got over 20 dice and over 200 new questions. Let me go into this one here really quickly, because this one here has over 100 dice. And if I had to guess, I'd say it's got between 200. Oh no. Guess what, guys? I think I just lost one of those dice. I will look for it after a bit. Oh, there it is. Sorry about that. So these are the rules and how many dice you're supposed to get of inside of this game. So there's that. The rules, instructions, how to handle each one, what the dice are called, and like I was talking about earlier, the tiny ones, these are called spot dice, and here's a brown spot die, which is regular size. These are the minis. I'm going to set that aside for right now. Originally, when this game is purchasable, all of the dice are inside of this compartment here. And if you're thinking anything like I'm thinking, how in the world did you fit? It says over 100 dice. That's true, but there's supposed to be 100 of these mini dice. So that doesn't even include the other almost 50 that's in behind here. There's another hourglass here, which I think is the same amount of time as the one for the quick play. There's a pencil for keeping score. There's little markers. Sorry, guys. There's little person markers, placement markers, whatever you want to call them. So I'm going to set that there and move this out of the way. And then what we have is all of these dice. Now, they were nicely organized. I guess I probably should have done that before I started this video. But you've got your blue dice, you've got your yellow dice, your red dice. And these are all numbers. These were over here, these were supposed to be the letter dice and the spot dice. So this, oh, actually the brown ones are not quite regular size. They're not nearly as small as the minis, the tinies, whatever they're referred to. So again, from the quick play, this is the size of a regular die. This is the size of the brown one. So you can't even fit two on there, but pound for pound, square inch for square inch, you could probably fit twice as much of this one inside of this one. And then you've got the tiny spot dice. So let's see if we can balance this. And the funny thing is this is actually a similar challenge inside of the game. One of the challenges is stacking a bunch of random dice that it tells you to stack. So there you can see the different sizes. Go ahead and put that back in there. This game also comes with a funky die, its own story cubes, or picture dice, depending on what you want to call them. There's even more of these spot dice down in the bottom here. There you go. And let me go ahead and pull these out for just a second. And this here's the board, all the way at the bottom of everything else, because you're going to have to pull everything out anyways. But all the way at the bottom of everything else, this is the board. Dicecapades. And so you would start on start, which is right here. And you would just kind of go around the whole path. And if I'm not mistaken, when you play here, you roll to try to go that many spaces. But if you go this far, then you have to pick one. Pick one? No, I don't think you roll to move. I think you just, when it's your turn, you just automatically go to the next space. And then whichever area you're in, blue, yellow, or red, that is the color of cards that you draw. So in the big box version, I have all of the cards separated into specifications, or I did. Well, you know what? Apparently I'm just not prepared at all today. Sorry, guys. Hope you all can forgive me. Alright, gotta set that back aside. And so, yeah, that's Dicecapades. We will play this at least once, so that way you guys can see how it's played and what it's like. It's a really fun game. It's a little bit of thinking. It's a little challenge. It's a game that you have to get up and get active with sometimes. Other times you can just stay seated. If you don't want to get up, then you can just forfeit the challenge and it's the next player's turn. Or if you don't know, just straight up tell them, I don't know, and that's the end of your turn. But, you know, there's no fun in that, really. But this was a game that my mom was not a big board game person. And she really enjoyed this game and the game from yesterday, the left, center, right. Which is kind of why I wanted to bring these up, because even people that aren't into gaming are going to enjoy these because they're trivia, they're action, there's a lot of laughing, a lot of getting along, a lot of fun. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Guys, please don't forget to like, subscribe, comment. Welcome to our house. Come back. We look forward to it.